What's up? It's N.A.S.R. How's everybody doing today? It's been a while since we've done one of these. So, I'm taking a break from Minecraft, and we're doing some Kerbal Space Program today. And today, I've decided to do a mission that I've been putting off for a long time. I'm finally doing my Asteroid Intercept mission. Now, I've wanted to do this in 1.8, but I just can't get the I just can't get 1.8 to work with this right now. I think there's a few more things I got to do before I switch it over. So, we're just going to do this in 1.7 today. So, let's get started. Bring up. All right. Okay, cool. So, as you can see, I have my launcher ready to go. I have saved the trouble of building it since it's already been built. And this is my Balashka M launcher. For those of you who are familiar with my KSP videos on YouTube and me talking about it, those of you who've actually met me. So yeah, it's roughly modeled after the Molniya rocket. Actually, this one is called a Molniya rocket. All my missions and all of my craft all have names from my conlang that I made up. So this is the Molniya rocket. So yeah, let's get started with this. So I'm gonna give you a little rundown of what everything here does. So, the actual probe itself is under this fairing here. And this is what it looks like. It's basically a modified version of my my failed lunar probe. I've made a few adjustments and changes to it. I have put some hotkeys in so that certain parts of it will open. But yeah, definitely looking forward to this. It looks like a couple of them. Looks like a couple of the hotkeys haven't, got reset. So let me fix those real quick before we do the actual launch. Gotta have our solar panels extended, and but yeah, this is the real deal. So if I fail, I fail. This goes into my little Google spreadsheet as a failure if I fail this mission. So, and I only get one shot at this. I've already calculated everything. I've already got my launch point calculated. I got my launch window set up. I've done the calculations on the Delta V. We're ready to go. But before we go, I'm gonna go over to the tracking station, and I'm gonna show you what we're going after. So, let me make sure all of my stuff is set up here. Okay, it looks like custom 3 was already set up to do that. Okay, never mind. My bad. Guess we don't need that. So my custom 3 has already been set up to extend the panels and everything, so cool. That saves us a little bit of trouble. Put that nose cone back on there. Gotta make sure my staging is proper. Let's see here. Right, that's in the right place. That is not. So that has to go down here. So, alright. So, basically, the way this is gonna work is I'm going to launch it. These boosters come off about 2 minutes into flight. Hopefully, it will be 2 minutes because I know this is going to lag my frame rate. And then this upper stage, after the core stage gets it into orbit, this upper stage is going to carry it over to the asteroid. And then there's a boost stage in here, which is going to help me do the interception. So, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to the asteroid, intercept it, match its speed, and then kind of inch my way closer to it. So let me save this. Then I'm gonna go over to the tracking station so I can show you guys what I'm doing. So here we are, tracking station. There's the lovely planet Kerbin. And then over here, if I back out, you can see the asteroid's trajectory, and that's my target right there. It's about 8 days away now in game. Obviously, we're going to use time acceleration, but the goal for this mission is to put the probe on a trajectory that roughly parallels this, which means I have to launch it that way, put it into orbit, and then bring the orbit out to where it'll encounter this asteroid, and then just kind of travel alongside it. That's kind of the plan. So hopefully that will work. And I've done a couple test runs, and it worked fine, so hopefully I can recreate them. So, leave this, go back to the vehicle assembly building, and unfortunately, in order to get an optimal launch window to do what I want it to do, I'm going to have to launch this thing at night. So yeah. Hopefully this will be visible to you guys. I've tried to crank up the brightness a little, ambient brightness a little bit. So, one of the things I forgot to do, let me bring up HyperEdit here, is I gotta see what my orbital inclination is here. I've got to see what angle this thing is coming in at. So it looks like it's coming in at an inclination of 130 degrees from 0. So that's the inclination I have to match when I launch. So 130. 130.55. Yeah, that'll work. Let me actually pull up my notepad and make note of that. Put that off to the side here. Hey, how you doing, David? Good to see ya. Are you ready for some rocket fun? I've got David on Twitch that joined. Yeah, you know what? Let me bring the chat up here. Let me pull that chat up. Oh. Pull up that restream chat. If I can pull it up. There we go. Cool. I'm probably gonna have to get rid of it once I do the launch, though. But for now, I can leave it up. Awesome. So let's go back to the vehicle assembly building and prep this thing for launch. I'm ready too. Now hopefully this thing doesn't lag my frame rate too much. And yes, this is a very Soviet-inspired save file, so all of my rockets are very Soviet-looking, in case somebody decides to make that comment. So let's go ahead, hit save one last time, do the launch. Alright, hopefully, it's been a minute since I played. It's been about a couple weeks, so hopefully I can still control this thing. Don't end up crashing my game out. Loading icons moving, that's a good sign. right. So, first things first. I'm going to turn on my SAS. Make sure all of my other stuff is set up properly. This is my what is it, flight engineer down here. So that'll show me some of my critical stats. All right, throttle it up. Hopefully this won't be too loud. Turn that down just a little bit. Alright. Now, I gotta try to get the nav ball this way, because this is the direction we want to go with this thing. Turn off the HUD here so we can get a good view of it. Alright. Approaching the speed at which I want to start doing my turn. Now this is going to be really tricky. I gotta try to send it against the planet's rotation. I have to constantly hit my rotation. Go this way and that way. Try to get it on this line right here. Oop, that's the wrong one. I wanted to go on that one. Correct direction right there. Hopefully we got enough fuel if I screw up. Do a course correction. Nope. No rotation. Alright, looks like I got it going in the right direction now. Throttle it down just a little bit. Try to save some fuel. Problem with doing that though is I'm going to have more air. It's kind of a weird balance between air resistance and fuel consumption. I kind of have to find the right balance between drag and other factors. All right, let's see. Inclination. That's increasing, so I want to get the inclination. I want to get the inclination to 130. So I gotta kind of bring it down a little bit more here. And I'm about to lose my boosters, so try not to screw that up. Thing is killing my frame rate though. But now without the boosters, it's going to be a little easier to steer this thing. I got my inclination down to 110. Come on, give me some more. Give me some more. 111. Nope. I might have to do a course correction in orbit. That's fine though. It's not very fuel efficient, but you know, it'll have to do. Gotta try to do my gravity turn here. It's been like a couple weeks since I've done a mission, so. See what my trajectory is so far. Less than ideal, but flatten it out a little bit here. There we go. There we go. That's what I want. There we go. Now my angle's going where I want it. I gotta get that. I gotta get my inclination to 130. Or as close to 130 as I can. Overshot it. Slowed it down a little bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do like a course correction once I get it up there. That's fine. Alright, so my apoapsis height is above the atmosphere now, so I can throttle down. And I'm in space. It is. Yeah, this is the environmental visual enhancements mod. It adds like city lights and all kinds of cool stuff. I'm about to run out of fuel. All right. Cool. So I can ditch this stage now. Check my battery. Electric charge is still good. Go ahead and extend my panels. Normally I do this later in the launch, but as soon as I get a hold of some sunlight, I want to be able to power this thing back up. See if there's a way to take a look at my OBS here and see if there's a way for me to crank this crank up this brightness a little bit. Doesn't look like I can do it. Looks like I have to do it in the game. Oh well. That's fine. This is my first KSP stream, so... Alright. So now that I got this thing into space, I have to try to get it into orbit. So I have to wait until I get to my apoapsis, and then I'm going to do a burn maneuver to circularize it. Go ahead and time accelerate a little bit. Bring up my maneuver node. This will tell me my when my time to apoapsis is. Right. Point in prograde. See if we can get that inclination down while we're at it. Okay, that's the direction we want to go. All right. Cool. It's in orbit now. But now I have to get this number to 130 so that I can match this line right here. Figure out when a good time. Alright, so let's see. Looks like if I do a burn here. Try to get angle. Okay, yeah, that's closer. It's definitely closer. Yeah, this is definitely a lot different than my Minecraft streams for sure. What's up? That might. I gotta burn in 1 minute. Yeah, yeah, Jay, you think it would be. Alright, so those of you joining us, I am trying to get my angle to match this asteroid so when it comes in like this, I can intercept it. So that's the plan. I think that'll work. So let me set my maneuver node, turn RCS on. Go ahead and give it a little bit of throttle so it can move towards that maneuver node a little bit faster. That's the idea, yes. Gravitational intercept. Yes, Jay, that's the idea. Do a little time acceleration. Nobody wants to wait for me to be in the right position. I am definitely lagging a little bit. There's a little bit of like frame rate lag. should bring my angle close enough. Alright, yeah, that should be close enough. Alright. Let's see what that did. Yeah, that's close enough. That should set me up for an asteroid intercept. Might have to do one more maneuver right about here. That work right there. Yeah, that'll get me closer. Alright. Cool. Well, where's my mode? Oh, node. Okay, in 17 minutes. So we're just going to time accelerate to that node then. Time accelerate to, well, right here. Right. That looks like it'll bring me a lot closer to where I need to be, and then I can probably ditch this stage because it's a lot of dead weight that I don't really need. Gonna rotate around to that node. Is this the game's soundtrack? Some of it is. Some of it is some royalty-free stuff that I found. But interestingly enough, the artist who did this stuff actually did a few tracks for this game too. So. About ready to do my burn here. Now, just to be clear, this is wildly less efficient than the test mission that I did. So I am definitely not very efficient on this mission, and hopefully I won't run out of fuel. Ooh, beautiful. That's like almost perfect. That puts me on a pretty good trajectory. Alright. Now, I think I can ditch this stage. Hopefully I won't fail. Otherwise, we'll have to do another... We'll have to do a reset. I know I said I had one shot at this, but you know what? For the sake of entertainment, if I fail, I'll do another redo. All right, let's see if I can ditch this stage. Don't need that stage anymore. Perfect. Got a full fuel tank. There's also less weight that I have to lug around too, so probably be way easier to do this. Alright. Now, I'm going to set this as my target. And I have to try to plot out an intercept now. One. Where's my intersection? Okay, there's one intersection. Okay, so it's way too far away from me now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep this thing in a parking orbit. And just time accelerate. Until it gets closer. I'm going to shut off my RCS because I don't need that. Draining my RCS fuel. I wish this thing would let me accelerate more. I think my orbit is way too low for it to allow me to do that. Oh well. What I might do is I might just go ahead and just bring my orbit out a little bit more so that I can time accelerate. But then I'd be using up fuel that I need for interception. So. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to do an intercept. I think I'm going to do a time. I think I'm going to. You know what? I can just do a bunch of warps, can't I? Might make it go quicker. Will it let me do that? I'm going to have to bring this thing's orbit up. Ugh. Okay, yeah. So I really only need to bring my periapsis up to be able to time accelerate. That's not going to take much. That's not going to take much fuel. I think I can waste that for the sake of expediency, because I'm an impatient bastard. I'm gonna go ahead, bring the orbit out just a bit. Yeah, that'll work. I don't really need to. I'm gonna point at prograde and just burn for a little bit. Alright. Doesn't look like I used up a whole lot of fuel either doing that, so that's fine. Alright. It's not bad, like, jumping back into the game. after having not played it for like almost a month. Alright. So I am going to go ahead and do my maneuver. See how far apart we are now. Still a little bit too far. Still too far. So we're gonna accelerate till it's about right here. That should give us enough time to set up our slingshot maneuver. Check my resources. And you can see when the power drops there. Let me turn off my restream chat here real quick. You can see when it kind of dips down the power, that's because it's going on the night side of the planet and my panels aren't being illuminated. Alright. Can't go any faster than that. Oh well, that's plenty fast. That'll work. Far away are you? I want to say when it gets to about right here. I think that's when I'm gonna stop the time acceleration. But I don't want to waste any more fuel. And this thing's going to this asteroid's going to accelerate the closer it gets to the planet too, so my resources are good. Yep. Got plenty of monoprop. Approaching that. Alright, cool. That should be a good spot right there. Alright, let's see. Add maneuver. Okay, so this is where this is going to be, and this is where I'm going to be. So we need to bring that gap down. There's my second interception. That's where the target's going to be. This is where I'm going to be. So we need to bring that down a little bit more. We need to bring these 2 points together. That out. Still a little bit too far out. It might be that I have to wait until it's about right here. Timing is everything with this. Oh, much closer. All right, so try to bring that gap right there. Might have let it go for a little bit too long, but that's fine. Oh, yeah. Oh, that might work. That might actually work. Ooh. Separation 7 kilometers. Oh, that'll work. That'll work. Let's see if we can actually. Let's see if we can get that a little bit lower. That's kind of nice. See if we can get that a little bit closer together. Separation 9 kilometers. 7.6 kilometers. 6 kilometers. 5 kilometers. 5.6. 5.7. 5.8 is probably the best we're going to do. When do I have to hit my node? Okay, 20 minutes when I gotta fire the engines. And then when I get here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to accelerate relative to the target. So the goal is to get right up against it and then go on the same trajectory as it. Let's see, there's a way for me to do that. I remember I had to do that in one of the test missions that I did. Maybe it'd be better if I tried to get it close, but more on the same thing. Might not be able to do the right range. Oh well. Well, that's our shot. Try to bring that gap down again. About 6 kilometers gives me a nice good. It's close enough to where I don't have to make a drastic change, but it's far enough away there it gives me some margin of error. So I guess that's what we'll do. Hey Mark, yeah, it looks nothing like your Atari. I'll go ahead and bring the stream chat back up. Alright. Cool. Alright, so 27 minutes when I gotta fire my engine. So I have to time accelerate. Go ahead and just warp here. Set my maneuver node. My hope is that I drastically overfueled this thing. RCS on. Look at my probe here. Now this configuration is my Block B probe bus. This is the Block B stage. It's basically a tug stage, and this top part is the actual probe that's going to intercept. So once we run out of fuel here, we're going to ditch this, and I'm going to use the onboard motors to get me where I need to go. So, yeah. Get this to where it needs to go. Let me make sure my fuel is good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it looks like I've got way more than enough to do this. Gonna time accelerate a little bit. All right. 10 seconds. Check my fuel. Hopefully I have enough fuel to do this. According to my gauge, I do, so... Looking pretty cool, so good so far. The thing I love about this Block B stage and this motor on the end here, I can't remember what kind of motor it is, but it allows me to like kill the engine almost immediately, and there's like no lag. So it gives me a lot more precision. That's why I use it as a tug stage. Get it down to about 10 or 20, and then I'm gonna kill it. Alright, let's see where that got me. Not quite where I need to be. Probably add a maneuver here. Probably gonna have to add do another maneuver. Wait. Go away. Add maneuver. Separation is 100 kilometers. I need to get that. It looks like... Oh, cool. Alright, well, that's good. That's actually kind of good, because that actually puts me ahead of the spacecraft, or of the asteroid. Eight kilometers. All right. And if you notice it, it's kind of roughly on. It's kind of roughly going to be on a parallel course to it, and that's kind of what I want. Okay, and I don't need much delta V to do that. Cool. Go ahead and get my monoprop. I got plenty of monoprop. Time accelerate. Time accelerate here. Watch the planet fall away. My RCS, orient myself towards my maneuver node, get it to the correct orientation. hopefully will work. Get my keys right. Like I said, I haven't played this game in like 3 weeks to almost a month. That's right, Varishka. Getting ready to kick some asteroid. Ha 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 ha. I see. I see what you're getting at. Yeah, it's a fun game. I enjoy it. One of my favorites. I have a whole arsenal of different rockets that I've done in it. I even have a spreadsheet, which I'll definitely show off at some point. All right. Getting ready to fire my engine now. All right. That ought to do it. Now I'm on course to pretty much follow the asteroid. So I want to get on the outside of this arc here. I'm moving slower than the asteroid is. I want to try to get a parallel course. So go slightly outside this arc here. Try get course. Out of the system. We'll go roughly parallel. I think my best option is to try to get behind it and then kind of accelerate towards it. I think that's probably my best option. This is kind of the course that I'm plotting. I think I'm gonna probably have to do this one like fuel. Yeah, and it says I'm not gonna have enough fuel to do that. Yes, I will get 26 minutes according to this. So I guess I will get about 8 minutes, 36 seconds. Right. That's my target. I'm gonna go ahead and set my target. Once I approach it, what I'm going to try to do is I have to try to get my speed up and down and relative speed to the target. Hopefully I'll be able to bring that relative speed down. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. So I'm going to go ahead. Get my relative speed down. Go anti-target. Decrease the speed relative to the target. This is like honestly one of the hardest missions I've attempted. Try to get my relative speed super fucking low. You can see the lines are starting to line up. I'm actually ahead of the target now. When I intercept it, it's gonna be about 100 meter per second gap, 100-kilometer gap. But relative distance between us. Relative speed, 33 meters per second. So I'm going to be moving, the target's going to be moving faster, so I can actually intercept it a little bit better that way. How far away are you? Still about 280 kilometers away. Go ahead and accelerate a little bit. fuel looks like. I've still got some fuel that I can work with. Not the most elegant solution, but it'll work. Amy says I'm about to get into some R2-D2 in a few. Very cool. Whatever that means. I don't know if that means you're gonna watch Star Wars or what. So it's a very low relative speed. So I can actually get to about right here, and then I can probably slow down. Might be able to start slowing down relative to the target, like right now. Try going towards the target. Nope. Burn away. Well, actually, no. That's good. We want that because we want to bring the gap down between the two. I'm out of fuel on that stage. Yep. Right. Well, all I got are my don't tell me this thing doesn't have a tell me I can't point towards the target. Right, I encountered this problem before. Oh, that's right. I gotta set it as the target. There we go. It gets when I catch it when it catches up with me. I think I'm actually moving faster than it. I'm gonna burn retrograde. If I burn retrograde, I might be able to slow myself down a little bit. Retrograde. Actually, I think I'll do retrograde because I gotta let this thing overtake me a little bit. There we go. I screwed that up. Right. Oh no, it sent me on a different trajectory. Pretty sure I overshot it, so I'll have to burn towards the target. There we go. Thing is so confused. Alright, so it's gonna overtake me probably. Distance. Alright. So I gotta wait for that distance to get down low enough to where I can burn towards the target and slow my relative speed down. I only got one shot at this, so hopefully I don't screw this up. So it's coming towards me faster because I've slowed down. I'll try to burn. Once it gets to about right there, relative to me, I'm going to try to burn prograde. Cancel out that speed difference. Kilometers. That's a good margin of error. About 10 kilometers. Maybe 20. Go ahead and start. So it's gonna pass me bit faster. So what I'm gonna do once it gets to here is, or about right here, is I'm gonna start slamming on the brakes, or I'm gonna start speeding up rather, so that my speed starts to match it, and then I can burn towards it. Yep, it's starting to work. My speed relative to it is starting to slow down. That relative speed down to 0. Cool. I think I can actually start burning towards it. Try to cancel out my relative speed. This is pretty much it. I just got to keep inching closer to it. Meters per second isn't too much. Only about 15 kilometers away from it now. Well, I've been doing this mission for about an hour and 17 minutes now. Right. I hate the way the target just, the indicator just disappears and I have to keep burning towards it. You have to show up again. So annoying. Run out of monopropellant at this rate. Right. So I'm less than 3 kilometers to this thing. Now I guess I'm just gonna have to use my my indicator. Gauge how fast I'm moving relative to it. Now I'm kind of inching closer to it. Might be able to actually see it. There it is. Oh, it's a big one. No, the asteroids in this game do not have any gravity. Unfortunately. Alright, so I should be able to burn towards it now. There's the asteroid. So I gotta try to burn. Not prograde. I try to burn. Same direction as this thing's going. Hopefully I got enough fuel to do this. I'm gonna try to park myself like right next to it. All right. Now I'm gonna see how close I can get to it. So I think I have canceled out most of my relative speed now. So I'm kind of tacking along the side of this thing now. I wonder I wonder if the asteroid has a PF Chang's. I don't know, maybe. Now I'm gonna try ease myself towards it. And I'm gonna try to boop it. Ever so slightly, I'm gonna try to boop it. I'm gonna boop it with my probe. Orientation right here. Oh, it's not a monoprop, so I might not be able to boop it. About to run out of monoprop, so might not be able to do this. Hopefully I don't smash into it. Blow up. I'm out of monoprop, so I can't adjust my speed as fast as I'd like. Point it towards the target. That's anti-target. I want to go towards the target. Now I have to completely rely on reaction wheels to get any orientation. Pretty dark. I know it's pretty dark because right now I'm behind the sun. So I'm sort of behind the asteroid now, fortunately. So I'm gonna try. Trying to maneuver around to the other side.
Ah, come on, let me. I'm trying to get it to let me point in the direction of this thing. Direction. Like, where it's going. Like, this thing. I'm trying to match its vector so that I can slow my speed relative to it. Reaction wheels don't give me a lot of precision, so unfortunately. But you know what? That is a really cool shot. I'm gonna try to burn towards it a little bit, and I'm gonna take a few screenshots. Cool looking one right there. I'm gonna take a few screenshots. There's the Mun, and then there's Kerbin right there. Not done yet. I'm gonna try to boop this thing. In order to do that, I'm gonna have to stop any sideways motion that I have relative to this thing. That was totally the wrong direction. I think I'm gonna try to do this based on markers. Might make it a little easier. Go first that way. Trying to orient this thing is just, it's a pain without any RCS thrusters. Suppose now I can try to burn towards it. I'm only moving 1 meter per second relative to it. I might be able to boop it. I want to do it on the night side.
Keeps trying to get me to do it on the night side. I don't want to do it on the night side. There we go. Thing is just like hell bent on getting me to do it on the night side. I'm just gonna go ahead and go through. There we go. I think this is the longest stream that I've done so far. Oh, did I do it? Oh, almost. Almost booped it. Come on. Boop. A little bit of clipping, but we did it. We booped it. The asteroid has been booped. I'm gonna get that on a screenshot. I'm gonna get this screenshot too, because this is pretty nice. Go ahead and burn towards it again. But yeah, all right. I think we've done it. I'm gonna get a few more screenshots. And I think it goes without saying that these two are they're joined now. So they're gonna follow a similar trajectory out of the Kerbin system. And they're probably gonna follow each other for a little bit, but since one's moving slightly faster than the other, eventually they will no longer be close together. But since I'm out of monoprop, I can't really do any minute adjustments anymore, so I'll do one final screenshot. Okay, maybe two more. I'm gonna orient this thing, get a good view of it. There we go. Trying to get me to go back. So I want to orient this thing so you know it can do its scientific research, point its cameras at it and all of its little instruments. Scan it. I'm just gonna have it rotate like this. There you go. I'm just gonna try to get as much science as it can before the two part ways forever. But yeah, I think that's I think the mission is a success. I think it's a success. It almost wasn't, but I think it is. Awesome. Well, I think that's it. I'm gonna take a screenshot of. Oh, that's a beautiful one. I'm gonna take that one. That one's going up on the. That one's definitely going up in the on the site when I get it up. Well, I think that's it. Let me pull up my mission spreadsheet. I think I'm gonna put this one as a success. Where did I put it? All right, let's see here. All right, let me pull up my mission spreadsheet. There it is. Planned. Success. Very cool. Probe made contact with asteroid. Of course, I'm going to have to fill in the data later. Very cool. I'll have to set all the other details in there. But yeah, I think that mission was a success. So yeah, I think I'll leave the stream now. I'll be back on and on Saturday. Let me pull up the all of my other streams that I got coming up. Naturally, I normally stream KSP on Tuesdays, but this time around I decided to do a Thursday because I wasn't feeling up for it on Tuesday. But Saturday I'm back to Minecraft, so definitely look me up, subscribe, Twitch, YouTube, all that good stuff. Really appreciate you guys checking it out. So I'm gonna leave the stream running for a few more seconds and take it easy, guys.